A bridge is an amazing structure, which has long ceased to be just a means of crossing. Today, many of them are included in the category of architectural and engineering masterpieces. They surprise with their appearance and complexity of creation. A large number of bridges have appeared in the world in recent decades. In this video, we will talk about the most unusual of them. You are on the Karo Show channel. Enjoy watching. Considering the special place of the mythological dragon in the culture of Vietnam, it is not surprising that the Dragon Bridge was built in this country. The bridge has become not just another convenient crossing, but also a symbol of the revival of one of the Vietnamese cities. Thrown across the Han River, it paves the shortest route from Da Nang International Airport to the main arteries of the city. The bridge is 666 meters long and 37.5 meters wide. It has 6 lanes and 2 pedestrian sidewalks. But the most unusual thing is that the traffic on the bridge passes along the huge dragon, as if sliding across the bridge. In Vietnam, the dragon is considered the ancestor and a creature that brings good luck. The bridge was designed by an American architectural firm and opened in 2013 on the anniversary of the Vietnam War and the date of the liberation of Da Nang. Every weekend, after sunset, the bridge prepares for a pyrotechnic show. During this event, roads are closed off and people gather around the dragon. At some point, the dragon roars and spews out massive fiery balls and hissing clouds of steam. The London Millennium Footbridge is a 325 meters long suspension bridge, which crosses the River Thames at Bankside on the Queen's Walk. This is the world's first tilting bridge. The construction of the bridge was a large-scale engineering project with a budget of $40 million. The project was implemented for more than 2 years. In September 2001, the bridge was put into operation. The opening ceremony was attended by 35,000 people. The bridge turns about 200 times a year. Every time the look at his turn, huge crowds of spectators gather. However, even in a stationary state, the bridge continues to attract many spectators. The base of the bridge is formed by 2 steel arches. One of them rises 50 meters above the water surface. On the other, located almost horizontally, pedestrians and cyclists move, and vessels of low height can pass under it. When a tall ship approaches the bridge, unable to pass under the horizontal part, both arches turn 40 degrees around the axis connecting their ends. The pedestrian bicycle deck of the bridge is raised and the upper arch is lowered. The turn lasts no more than 4 to 5 minutes, depending on the wind speed. When it is completed, the 2 arches are in a raised position, in which the upper points of the arches rise 25 meters above the surface of the water. The Golden Bridge on Bana Hills is a new attraction in Vietnam, located on the cliff of Bana Mountain, opened in the summer of 2018, but has already become one of the most popular places in the resort. The bridge is made in the form of a golden thread, which is held by 2 giant stone palms growing right out of the ground. The structure looks like it's centuries old, though it's really just a skillful finish. All details are made of glass and steel, there is no stone or gold here. It is built at a great height, and literally hangs over the area. It offers beautiful views of the surrounding mountains, hills and panoramas of the resort. And in cloudy weather, the bridge seems to be built right among the clouds as they come close to it. The entrance to the bridge itself is completely free. Visitors can walk on it as much as they want. There are no rules or restrictions here. An incredible double-deck bridge opened in China's Zhejiang province at the end of 2020. Its main feature is the glass flooring in the lower tier, from which thrill-seekers can tickle their nerves by looking into the abyss 140 meters high. The Rui Bridge is 100 meters long and consists of 3 wave-shaped parts. During the construction of the bridge, modern engineering technologies and materials were used to ensure its strength and reliability. The ambitious project was presented to the world in 2017, and many skeptics treated it with a certain amount of irony and distrust. The project really raised many questions, not only in terms of engineering, but also in the feasibility of its construction. But since its opening in 2020, it has become a new tourist attraction in China. The number of people who want to walk over the Shengqianju Valley turned out to be considerable. For 7 months, it was visited by more than 200,000 visitors. Slauerhof Bridge. Built in 2000, probably one of the strangest bridges in the world. It is located in the Netherlands in the town of Leeuwarden. The square platform of the bridge is similar to a catapult, measuring 15 meters in length and the same width, connecting two sections of the road. The central segment of the bridge is simply pulled out by a huge lever with counterweights and is held in place while the ships pass through the canal. Architecturally, this bridge is a distant descendant of the lifting bridges of medieval castles, but in the guise of an industrial robot. The square platform of the bridge rises almost vertically above the river 10 times a day. In general, this is an extremely strange transformer bridge. The locals called this bridge quite simply, Flying Drawbridge. The Pont y Ddraig is a vertical lift bridge, spanning the Garonne River in the French city of Bordeaux. It was opened by French President François Hollande and Bordeaux's Mayor Elon on March 16, 2013. The length of the main span of the bridge is 110 meters. The height of the bridge is about 50 meters, and it rises about 120 times a year to allow large ships to pass under it to the ports surrounding Bordeaux. The bridge has a symmetrical cross-section on its bascule span that supports 4 lanes of traffic, 2 roads for traffic and 2 pedestrian bicycle roads. As of 2023, this bridge is the longest vertical lift bridge in Europe. Falkirk Wheel, the world's only revolving boat lift, is one of Scotland's most interesting tech attractions. Falkirk Wheel, 35 meters high, connects 2 water channels located at different heights. Previously, there was a plexus of 11 gateways. The river tram passed this system in an hour and a half, and the Falkirk Wheel delivers a boat from one channel to another in a matter of minutes. It was based on the elementary law of Archimedes, where the weight of the water and the boat balances the entire structure, and practically no energy is required to rotate the elevator. The wheel turns 180 degrees in 5 minutes. And all this takes only 5 kilowatts of electricity. This is about the same if you boil 5 kettles. Falkirk Wheel is sure to be included in the list of the most grandiose water structures. The Pont y Ddraig Harbour Bridge was opened by Paralympian Mark Colburn in 2013. The bridge has become an important link in the 24-kilometer bicycle route and is also used by pedestrians. The local population hopes that the bridge will play its part in the revival of the settlement. The bridge project had a multi-million-dollar budget, and the bridge is also part of the harbor restoration program. The decks of the central part open like flower petals from the tower, which rises to 48 meters. The project received funding largely from the European Regional Development Fund, as well as the Welsh Government. Scale Lane Bridge. To connect the old and new parts of the English town of Kingston, the Scale Lane drawbridge was built on the Hull River. It has the shape of a giant comma and a very unusual design of the sliding mechanism. Like any other drawbridges, it allows ships passing along the Hull River, but at the same time, it does not rise up, but turns to the side. Thanks to this unusual design, pedestrians do not need to leave the bridge while it is moving. People can stay on the bridge and calmly watch the ships passing by. The project cost the city $9 million. The large-scale structure of the bridge consists of concrete and steel, with a total weight of 1,000 tons. The Scale Lane Bridge is 57 meters long. Up to 4,000 people can be on the bridge at the same time, and, when deployed, up to 1,000 people. Submersible Bridge. In 1988, 2 floatable bridges were built along the edges of the Corinth Canal in Greece. The deck of the floatable bridge is lowered 8 meters into the water to allow ships to use the waterway. The main advantage of lowering part of the bridge instead of raising it is that there is no height restriction above the shipping channel, and therefore even tall ships can pass through the canal unhindered, especially sailing ships. In addition, the lack of overhanging structure is considered aesthetically pleasing. Thanks for watching this video. Write in the comments which bridge do you like the most. Subscribe to the Caro Show channel and watch our previous videos. Goodbye.